we just learned basically how to approach the inpatient presentation for new patient presentation. And this would be on day one, right, of hospitalization. But let's say this kid now is moving on and is there the next morning or 2 days later, and you have to present every morning. So now you're going to do inpatient progress. And so you would write a progress note, and you would present an abbreviated version of the first. This would be day 2 plus. This day 2 presentation is going to be a lot shorter than your day 1 presentation. And I just wanted to give you guys an idea how the two compare. You do your chief complaint, HPI, past medical history, family history, social history. Then you're going to do your physical exam. Should add review systems here. Physical exam, labs, imaging, assessment and plan. So basically, I think the important parts on this next list are going to be being a chief complaint and HPI review systems becomes overnight events. So basically, patient slept comfortably overnight, received 10 albuterol treatments, and tolerated them well. It can literally be that short. If nothing eventful happened, no acute events overnight. That can suffice for that. Then this part, or past medical history, family history, social history, does not need to be repeated, so don't worry about that. You will say the physical exam for the morning that you just saw. Any labs and imaging overnight, so you will include this, but you don't need to repeat any labs or imaging that you've already presented. And then any updates to your assessment and plan. So you'll still use that same assessment, essentially. You'll still use the same summary statement at the end of your presentation. If the diagnosis has shifted or changed, you will mention that. And then you will repeat the plan from yesterday, if that's still the plan, or you'll lay out the new plan if there's a new plan. These are a lot simpler. These presentations can be a lot easier than the first one. And that's kind of the general approach to the inpatient presentation. It's a whole different ballgame when you're an outpatient, but I think that one, it's a lot more flexible, a little less rigorous in terms of following a formula. A lot of times your outpatient preceptors will just want you to give them kind of a short summary of what the patient told you, not even in like any sort of formal presentation format. And in general, you'll spend a week refining your presentation to your attending's specifications and desires, and then the next week you'll have a new attending, and you'll just have to go back to the drawing board. So sometimes you'll start a presentation and your attending will say something like, why don't you just tell me what you saw in physical exam, and then let's just jump to the assessment plan. And so then you had this whole beautiful thing that you stayed up for hours toiling over, preparing for that morning, and you just have to crumple it up and throw it in the trash can because that's the way things are.